Hello, my name is Kian Hicks, and this is Jerry, the adorable little jelly cube who will be accompanying us for today's first Jerry the Jelly Cube devlog. If you don't know already, Jerry here is the main character for a puzzle adventure game I have recently been working on. You may have seen Jerry pop up in short form videos, but I think it's finally about time I properly introduce you to the project with the first devlog. Now this scene is looking quite crowded, so Jerry, let's get some cleaning up done for the guests, so we can go through what's in the game so far. Much better. Now where did Jerry go? Ah, there you are. Sorry, I must have chucked you into the pile. So, this is Jerry. He's a squishy cube made of some form of sentient jelly, which I would not put chances into eating, so no, I cannot tell you what flavour he really is. The challenge here with Jerry is he slides around a bit too much. It's hard being a cube of jello after all, I would know. Which means he can't take easy exits like the one we see here. Once he moves, he can't stop his momentum until he ends up hitting a wall. You can continue to slam him into one, but he will just get dizzy, so try and look after him. This brings in a really important question. How would he get to his exit? He can't reach this other tunnel, as he continuously slides across it, and no, you cannot pause the game halfway to stop him. If I zoom out a little for you, there is a bit more to the level. You'll notice this orange pad with a fantastic minimalist design. To find out what it does, we will get Jerry to slide over it. It seems he ends up getting stuck into the floor and stopped in his path. This sticky pad was a simple addition into the game and allowed some further complexity in his movements. The mechanic is absolutely perfect for getting him to his first exit. Crisis averted. Moving on to the next room grants us some different pads on the floor. Judging by the arrow, I reckon they will force Jerry to make turns. We know that he won't stop until he hits a wall, or he lands on a sticky pad as we saw in the previous room. So, Jerry, if you would do the honours of sliding into the booster pad for us. Ouch! I think the pad had way too much power. Let's turn things down and try again. It's okay, Jerry, you will not be launched as hard this time, I promise you. Brilliant! These booster pads redirect Jerry depending on where they are pointing. He will then continue with the direction he was pointing to, and again, won't stop until he hits a wall or a sticky pad. We have yet to explain the physics behind his continuous movement. More experiments will need to follow, but for now, let's just call it a Jerry phenomena. You will notice that Jerry still cannot get to his exit though, because there's no direct path to get to it. If I send Jerry onto this other booster, which moves us into a separate room, we end up getting segued onto my Ko-fi page where you can support me and the artist involved with the project. Goodness, how did that get in here? Something special about this room is that I can show you what happens with this booster facing directly into a wall. Jerry, if you could move onto it to demonstrate. Luckily, he's very squishy, and being slammed into a wall so much doesn't appear to cause him any long outstanding issues, other than getting quite dizzy and fed up with us, of course. Eventually, the booster ends up breaking, and acts in a way like the sticky pad did. He can now be on his merry way. Well, into the next room. No freedom for Jerry just yet. What do we have here? Jerry, try hitting it. In this room, there's just a box for Jerry to push about, which makes it easy to use as a temporary wall to reach his exit. But it looks like there is also a door in the way. Jerry can't exit by just using the box to his advantage because of this door. There is a bit more to it. If you noticed, there was actually another new pad as we entered the room. This must have some use for us, otherwise, why would it be in here? When Jerry passed over it at the start of the level, the door would open momentarily, but once we leave, the door ended up closing again. We need to find a way to keep the plate pressed down. If only we had a big pushable box to leave on it. Oh yeah, if we adjust Jerry's position, the box will press onto the plate, and at the same time, stop Jerry and line him up perfectly with the exit. The door is free for us to leave through. Well done. This is one of the last levels for you, Jerry. Keep it up. A quick scan of this small room shows us a slightly lighter coloured wall, which must hold significance as it blocks the exit. But when Jerry hits it, well, nothing seems to happen. This box is just getting in the way of things too. Even when he charges up to put more power into the wall, it just does not budge. There is a pressure pad here, so maybe it's linked to opening up the exit for us? Let's try it. Ah, well, now it looks like you are trapped, Jerry. You went a little too far back, pushing the box onto the plate, which closed the door, and now the exit is blocked for good because you cannot pull the box. Let's restart and make sure we do not push the box onto the plate this time, so you're not stuck. The only thing that's left for us to do in this position is have a really big run up into this wall. Come on, Jerry, put your back into it. You smashed it! Thank you very much for the introduction to all the new features we have been working on, Jerry. I will leave you to do your own thing for now, because it's time to discuss some work that is currently under development. Jerry's soft body has been one of the biggest parts of this game. My girlfriend has spent hours on call with me, tweaking every little piece of movement for this second rendition. Yes, this is actually the second version of Jerry's soft body. And to show you, this is what happens when you attempt to make a cartoony soft body with zero artistic experience or ability and no research. This is Jerry 1.0, and I am very glad that I decided on a full remake, because the new version does look a lot better, but it still does have its caveats. For example, if we push Jerry down tight corridors and take sudden fast turns, some corners end up clipping, which really doesn't look too great and should not be happening. Soft body physics is typically handled by having invisible springs between the vertices of an object. It grants it leeway, but constantly pushes the vertices back into its natural position. In Jerry's case, this would be a cube. This is what is lacking at the moment, which causes the occasional vertex or corner to go absolutely haywire for a few seconds. Well, sometimes it also gets stuck too. This fix will be something that I will cover in devlog number 2, and it will have a more technical and developer focused schema for you to sink your teeth into. Moving on to another feature that I'm currently working on, and I have presented some teasers on in videos, is a small hole in the wall effect that I have created, which may look amazing at the moment, but the second the aspect ratio of the screen changes, the circle just stops following Jerry's position. This is one of the first times I have ever used shader graph, and it's clear that I am not doing some calculation properly or scaling it to the user's screen. There is definitely a steep learning curve for it. And while Jerry looks adorable right now, we have plans to use shader graph to really make him stand out in his cartoony goodness. But I could not do any of this without the amazing help of my girlfriend, who turned Jerry from a basic red cube into an adorable character. She has been the artist for the project, and her work will really shine once the initial developments are all complete and we can begin making everything look pretty once it all actually works. You can support us both by visiting my Ko-fi page and helping us reach goals to fund the developments for Jerry. Alternatively, you can of course support us for free by visiting her Instagram page here and subscribing to the channel, pushing Jerry to even more people. This first devlog covered some of the more interesting mechanics I've put into the game, and I am excited to show you all more in the future, especially fixing these little visual issues. I also have a small testing version for a level selection screen, because I want the world navigation to be its own puzzle, rather than a screen you just click numbers on, as it feels just far too basic for me. But you can find out more about that later. No more information for you just yet. The current goal on Ko-fi is to raise some money for creating more art for Jerry, including poster art, as well as some design for the scenery, which will really help push us into the next phase of developments. I have plans to introduce different styles of devlogs. Some will be technical, like devlog number 2, some more artistic, and some just like this, where I will show off the new features in the game and discuss future plans. I cannot wait to introduce a demo for people to try out. But anyway, thank you again, and I will see you in the next devlog.